Hello everybody, I'm going to talk about fire preventions and control measures in every workplace or your home, what you need to check for and what you need to make sure that everything is in good order. I'm going to highlight 7 points what you need to check for in your home or offices, right? We are in if it's safety, right? Number one, I'm going to talk about the fire system that are currently installed in every property or home or office, the fire system. In the fire system, we're talking about the fire extinguisher are in. You have to check whether they are in good condition or they are full in charge, right? Then you have to look at the fire extinguisher, inspect the tag and update whether this fire extinguisher in your house or your office is in up to date. Then you're checking about the smoke detector in your rooms or in your offices. You have to check the smoke detector whether they are blocked by any equipment or material, right? Then any defective smoke detectors installed, you have to check that one. Then also the water sprinkle, there is water sprinkle available, you have to check whether it is in good order. Then point number two, I'm going to talk about the emergency access, right, in your home or offices. The emergency access is to check the exits, the emergency exit signage post, whether they are in good condition, because there is an emergency sign which shows exits that in case of fire or in case of any emergency where you're supposed to use, or the guidelines, right, the sign. Then the emergency exit signage are adequately illuminated, right? That's whether they are clear. Then you have to check for the fire alarm button and the equipment, if they are also clear from any obstruction, the fire alarm, because in every buildings or facility they have the fire alarm system, so you have to check for that one also. Then you have to check if there is any obstruction in the fire exit door, right? Your house, you have to make sure that, or your office, that this exit door, it should be clear and free in case of any emergency. People have access to move out or to find a safe place, right? Then you're talking about is there any obstruction in the fire exit route or emergency routes? So you have to check all the time if this place is safe, also in your house or workplace. Then is there any evacuation map properly posted or it's visible all around? So this simply means that in your workplace or your home there should be a map of exits, evacuation procedures, where in case of fire, in case of flood, in case of any accident, how you can able to exit the building, Then you're talking about the staircase of your house, right? You have to check whether the staircase, the lights are working, or the stairs, or they are in good condition, because sometimes staircase also, if it's not good, somebody might trip and fall down, something might happen if there is no light, or in case of emergency, if the staircase is not in good order, how someone can use that way. So I'm going to talk about point number three. Point number three, talking about installed lights. So all the lights in your house or in your offices, they need to check this one. Then they need to check it. Is there any burst light at the reception or your parlor or your office? It depends, right? So all these things need to check. If the one light is faulty, then you check the lobbies area. Then you check the corridors of your building or your offices. They have to check this corridor if the light is in good order, right? Because if the place is very dark, it can lead to accidents, Then Talking about point number 4, install lights. Also install lights also. Is there any burst lights in the basement or any parking where vehicle they are parking? So they have to check these things, right? Then any problem with these lights, if there is a problem, then you have to report to the maintenance, right? Then we're talking about this elevator, lift. Elevator is same as the lift, right? So this elevator need always to be checked. You have to check in your home or office place. All lifts are operational and in good working condition, right? Then is there any unturned or strange sound that is coming from the lift? If there is a sound coming from this elevator or the lift, so you have to make sure that maintenance, they repair it, right, for someone not to stuck inside the lift system. Then any damage in the lift, inside the lift, they have to all the time have to check for that one. Then the lift fan or the AC is not working properly, so you have to know all those things. Then also the signage indication in the lift or the fire door does not work or is not in good time, so you have to look for that one. Then the intercom in the lift, because they have some intercom in the lift, in case of someone stuck there, you have to press the intercom to call someone that hey, I'm stuck inside, so they will find a way to remove you inside the lift. Also there should be a signage in the lift wherein a kids of below 16 years or below 12 years is not supposed to use the lift, right? It should be accompanied by an elderly person, right? Then I'm going to talk about point number 6 in you need to check in your house or your home or your office place, right? All doors are secured with access card. Should make sure that all doors are secure, right? Then any damage notice on the door, right? So these things, it should be a random surveillance. If your door, you see any turn in your door or any damage in your door, you have to watch for this one also. Then also all doors and windows are secured in good condition. That in your home, you should have to check if all doors and windows are secured, or in your office place, because maybe you have valuable things inside in your office, you have other things there, so all these things need to be checked, right? Then point number 7, we're talking about like the garbage room, right? Then you have to make sure that this garbage or the chutter are in good place, right? Then if there is proper maintenance or cleaning, no overflow of this garbage, they are the trash bin. Then also a toxic or flammable materials must not be thrown in this garbage, right? Because some facility or some offices or some people might intend to throw their cigarettes inside the trash can. So all these things should be taken into consideration, right? Then we're talking about vital installation, right? Vital installation, any problem you notice from the intercom or the telephone in your room, or any problem in your offices or electrical problem, it needs to be immediately informed to the maintenance team. So to conceptualize all this one, these are the 7 points that I speak about how you can prevent fire and control measures in your workplace or offices, in order to avert incidents or accidents that might occur. So checking all of these things in your office or workplace or your home, it's more essential. That is like number 1, fire. Check the fire system if they are in correct installation. Then emergency access place, whether they are in good, every place is free and it's movable or runnable. Then also you check in install lights, whether all the lights in the building are in good working order. Then also you check the elevator, right? The lift, whether there is in good condition, right? So this this is done by the incident manager or safety manager or security or maintenance team. So there should always be random checking on this thing. Then you have to check the doors whether they are in good order, right? Then they have to the trash bin, then the ventilation, whether the place wind, fresh air is coming and all. So to conceptualize all these things, it's very necessary that we take all these things into consideration. What I'm saying here is something that might help in one way or the other in our society or our environment. So in looking at these things, it might help us in one way or the other. So we have to take some of these things into consideration, because most of these people are facing fire incidents. So many people have lost their life in case because of some of this reason. So I stop here.